All right, everybody, happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on the River. Alan K. Stout with you, as I am every Sunday night from 9 to 10 o'clock, playing your regional artists doing their own original material from right here in northeastern Pennsylvania, sponsored by Fidelity Bank, and hanging out with Lobo, who last week we compared her voice to Demi Moore, I believe. She actually came up with a much better comparison. She's now referring to herself as Batman. Still, the Christian Bale Batman. Still battling laryngitis, Lobo?
Yes, indeed I am.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, because you are.
Yeah.
If you weren't laughing, I would not be, but you are smiling, big grin right now.
I feel fine. I just have no voice.
Oh, it never happened to me.
It's never happened to me either.
Wow.
God bless everybody. Well, it's probably very nice for everybody, actually.
Well, listen, it's our tradition here on the Sunday before we do our show live at Breakers, Music on the Menu Live, that we bring the artist who will be featured in for the guest, and so we have arranged that for tonight. And so Phyllis Hopkins is here with us tonight. Phyllis, great to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you for having me.
I guess it was probably about a year ago now that I wrote an article about your album.
Yes.
And we've been playing on the show here for all that time. And now as we move forward with our original music series, which we do at Breakers, we thought it would be great to have you perform and bring those songs live.
Yes, I'm looking very forward to performing on the radio again.
We are looking forward to having you. So you'll be here live at Breakers on Tuesday night, 7 to 8 o'clock,
right.
Live on 105 The River, no cover. And we'll talk about all that, towards the end of the show and give everybody a good reminder of how you can come down and see us on Tuesday. But for what we're going to do tonight, Phil, is we're going to play a lot of music. We're going to talk about your music.
Great.
The album has been out for, about a year now. It was not your first album.
No, it's actually my third.
Yeah, you've been recording for quite a while now.
Yeah.
It's a blues album.
Yeah, it's a blues, more blues oriented.
Was there a reason that the most recent album took on that more? I mean, you were always your roots, but more of a blues flair than your previous work? Well,
recently I hooked up with a great rhythm section. That was a great blues rhythm section. They actually performed with Stingray, a local musician in the area. They were his rhythm section for like 2 years. And he was actually my guitar teacher, so that was years back. And
so many people have learned from him over the years. He's really a local legend.
He's a great guitarist. Mm-hmm. So when I got together with these guys, they were already into the blues. We were kind of all on the same page when we got together, With my old band that I played with for like 10 years, it was great, except that we were kind of separating. They were going more towards rock, and I was going more towards blues, which is in the roots of everything that I have performed. And I've been performing it for years. So it
all sort of came together rather organically.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We're going to play some tracks from the record. We're going to play the whole record.
Okay,
and maybe a couple other local blues artists throughout the show, and talk to you more about it. But let's get some music on here. This one's "Throw Me a Line," Phyllis Hopkins Electric Trio. Check it out.
Save my soul. key outside the door. I'm the high class woman, I'll need the low down dirty man. I don't want no jailer, I don't need no bailer, I don't want no player. Giving me the runaround. You call me on the phone, you say it's all a mistake. If I give you one more chance to make everything go away, but I know you, and you don't play by any rule. 'Cause I'm the high class woman, I'll need the low down dirty man.
Phyllis Hopkins here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called The Lowdown. Before that, Phyllis Hopkins with Throw Me a Line. She'll be performing with the Phyllis Hopkins Electric Trio here at Breakers on Tuesday night. George Wesley also going to be part of the band?
Yes, and also the harmonica player that you heard on Throw Me a Line, he's coming too, Bob McCartney.
Oh, wow. So how many musicians are we going to have here then? About 5 or 6?
Five. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Terrific. Phyllis, we got into the show right away and we talked about the transition from the new record, from some of your previous records, but let's go back a little bit because, I've known you for a long time now, but just to the listeners who might not be as familiar, where are you from originally? Where did you grow up? What part of the...
Pittston, Pennsylvania.
And how long have you been a musician? When did you start playing guitar?
Oh, in my 20s. Actually, I got started late in life. It was my 20s. I started playing seriously when I was 24, and then when I was 27, I formed my first band.
Okay.
And played out. Mm-hmm.
Who were some of your musical influences that led you to A, have such a great love for music, and B, want to be an artist yourself?
Okay, well, my whole life I always had a love for music from when I can remember. Diana Ross and the Supremes, that my mother listened to, and Elvis
terrific.
Presley, and then as I got older, I loved guitar. I always loved guitar music. Like I just, but we didn't have that many opportunities as women as we did younger. Like no women played guitar. Like when I was growing up, like nobody did, And I loved Jimmy Page.
Sure.
Of Zeppelin.
I mean, I sometimes I think with female artists, like, when I was covering the music for the newspaper, like I remember covering the Lilith Fair in 1997.
Right.
And it just seemed like that was sort of this big movement for female artists. They were touring together. Michelle Crow and Jewel and all the Indigo Girls and Annie DeFranco and all the people that were part of those tours and Lisa Loeb. But when you really think about it, they toured that way together. It was the first time they did a package like that. But the artists, had gone back. It's Janis Joplin and
right.
Joan Baez and Stevie Nicks in the 70s.
Yes.
So there's always had a very strong... And going back to the pop era with Diana Ross and the Supremes in the early pop era. So women have always had an incredibly important and a very important role in pop and rock music. But you're right. I guess, I mean, who was the shredder,
Nancy Wilson.
Yeah.
We only had really Nancy Wilson.
There you
that
go.
was it.
Sure.
you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, so for you to pick up the guitar, you were probably really looking.
Yeah. And I always loved like the lead guitar. I always loved it.
Sure.
And I remember telling my mom that I was going to go for guitar lessons. I was in my 20s. She's like, oh, you're going through your second childhood. And I'm like, but now she's my biggest supporter, so it's okay.
Does she come to the shows sometimes?
Yeah, she does now.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
she
good.
comes a lot. Unfortunately, she's going to be out of town on Tuesday. So
Who are some of your favorite guitar players besides? You mentioned Jimmy Page. Did you say?
yes.
Okay, and
Well,
Nancy
actually, when I heard Stevie Ray Vaughan, he really opened the door.
Yeah.
Like
I thought you and I had talked about Stevie Ray at some point before.
Like he opened the door for not just me, but a lot of guitar players. I think a lot of them. And it's a shame because we need someone else to do that again because blues is kind of, on the downside. I would think right now.
Maybe you think it needs
a new invigorating person.
Somebody like Stevie Ray that came in.
Yeah.
My favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan story was from my good friend of mine who's a huge Led Zeppelin fan, and he saw Stevie Ray Vaughan open for I believe Robert Plant in the late '90s, well, no, Stevie's been gone longer than that. So early 90s must
90.
Maybe it was late 80s.
Or no, 90, actually.
Yeah, it was
90.
late 80s. He saw over for Robert Plant. And my friend said, never heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan, goes to the show and says, this guy's going to blow Robert away. As he's watching it. And, for my friend to say that was monumental.
Right,
because Robert Plant could sneeze, and my friend would just, lose his mind with euphoria. And so, he was that's the kind of impact that Stevie Ray had.
He did. He had a huge impact. He was a very passionate guitar player, and what he wrote about, and he was even getting ahead of his time. It's too bad that he passed, so young, because his music was really starting to expand. Like even though it was blues, it was still crossing over to mainstream a lot.
I know a lot of people that cite him as a huge influence. Let's get back to the music. This is another one from Phyllis Hopkins. This was called Good and Bad.
No matter how far gone, that is why you need me. That is why you're driving me mad. Oh, I love you, baby. No matter how good, no matter how bad. Treat yourself, baby. long time ago, but I remember just like it was yesterday. 'Cause Fanny told me when I was a real young girl, she said you better catch on quick. Life's gonna hit you, it's gonna hit you hard. So I kept her advice, and I made the scene, yeah.
justice? Is there health care? Just look around, the answer's everywhere.
What I wanna know, where do our millions go?
Then you better pay attention. See the truth, then you better pay attention. See the truth, then you better pay attention. See the truth, then you better pay attention.
What I wanna know, where do our millions go?
Then you better pay attention. See the truth, then you better pay attention. See the truth, then you better pay attention. See the truth, then you better pay attention.
Phyllis Hopkins Electric Trio here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Millions. Before that, another one from Phyllis called Jump. And before that, another one called Good and Bad. We're featuring Phyllis tonight because she's with us on Tuesday as part of the Music on the Menu Live Original Music Series. Live at Breakers, 7 o'clock, no cover. Also live broadcast here on 105 The River and on the website, 105theriver.net. So, Phyllis, if you've got fans all over the world, they could listen. If you've got family
Great.
or friends in other parts of the country.
We in France. I got friends in France.
And we do have people that obviously do, and they tell us that their family and friends really enjoy listening to this because it's not that often you get a webcast. So we're excited about that. Now, we just played a couple of songs from the most recent record. Millions, George Wesley.
Right.
Feature, and he
Correct.
is on that one. And then before that, Jump. Interesting stories about both of those songs. Tell us
Correct.
a little bit about
Yes.
them. Take them one at a time. Millions.
Millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
What inspired that one?
Well, I listen to George on a regular basis. I listen to his music. I have like 6 of his CDs. I'm a big fan of his.
Sure.
You know, and I just happen
So
to.
am I.
Yeah, and I just happen to be great friends with him too. And I wanted to record a song with him. And you know, it was kind of after Wall Street collapsed.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I was kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, you know, they got away with what they got away with, and you know, and then plus, you know, everything us Americans we spent our money on, like we get all these hidden fees. Like, where does our money go?
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted to write a reggae song with George, and it's always very reggae's political music, you know. So
Sure.
so I wrote 3/4 of the song, and then he wrote his part that he put in, and then
Oh, wow.
and then we
It's a
put
collaboration,
it
too.
together. Right.
So it
right.
wasn't just like you wrote a song and said, George, will you sing on? You got to write
no,
a song
he
with
wrote
George
his part.
Wesley.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah. And then Julio Caprari is our drummer. Fabulous. He never played reggae in his life, and you would never know it. Like, he just sat right in
Just
and played
got
it.
it.
And Nolan Ayers, my bass player, just same thing.
Good
And
stuff.
just great stuff.
And Jump is about your niece.
Yes, yes.
You know, explain that story. I know you told it to me when I wrote about it last year in the newspaper, but
Yeah.
to the listeners who may not be familiar.
Well, she's actually a fabulous basketball player. I mean, absolutely fabulous. And I used to go see her in high school, and it's just very inspiring to see somebody play with such passion. When you have passion for something, people notice it, you know, and people see it. So, and my father was a basketball coach at GAR High School.
Okay.
He was he's in the Wilkes-Barre Hall of Fame. He had like 500 and some wins, 125 losses.
Sure.
So I grew up with basketball.
Well-known name in the
Basketball I love.
community, yep.
Yeah, you know, we love it in our house. You know, like we're crazy actually. but anyway, so now she's on a scholarship. She's playing for Bloomsburg and doing incredible.
What
you know.
did she think when she heard the song for the first time? And
Oh,
you-
she loved it.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
she was
about her.
smiling. You know.
Yeah. That's-
She's humble. She's a woman of few words, I would say.
But she was.
But yeah,
Now-
so this I wrote for her.
Now, the song that we're going to play now, 3 Days in Paris, is obviously, unfortunately, a little bit timely.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know, our hearts go out to the French people and everything that happened over there about 2 weeks ago. It's a special place to you, obviously.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. That was the best place I ever was. And Paris was my favorite. I've been to Europe 4 times.
Okay.
And Paris was definitely my favorite place. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know. Have you guys ever been there?
No.
Yeah, it's just stunning. You don't even have to go in like the restaurants and spend tons of money. You could just stand in the street, and it's just fabulous. You know.
What were your thoughts when what happened there a few weeks ago? Were you thinking of the people that you met there, obviously, and friends and
well, yeah, it was.
places you've been?
It's it's just disgust. You know, like I think the rest of us all feel that way. It's just you're just disgusted, completely disgusted, and how they would ruin such a beautiful place.
I know the people that I know that had been there, my sister and friends, are all posting pictures of themselves on social media in front of the Eiffel Tower, or the connection that they had when they had visited there stayed strong. I know you two were touring France at the time. They postponed their tour for a few. I think they've since resumed it, but people that have been there felt.
It's the first time they
really
hit the
felt
music industry too.
Oh, really?
It's the first time that they took a direct hit at the music industry.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We'll speak for Lobo here because she has laryngitis. But yeah, they actually, there was somebody that was involved with one of the bands that was actually killed. Merch manager for the group.
And a lighting person
Lighting
at the theater.
Yeah. So let's send this one out to all those folks over there who are still in our thoughts. This is from Phyllis Hopkins. This one's called 3 Days in Paris.
Merci Paris pour ta magie, ta beauté, pour ton mystique. I waited for you like I knew that I would. Sky is gray now, but peaks are blue. City light awaken through. Lost saying cry for me, and weep down moan.
On my way to Zion, I'm an old lion, and I still got my pride. Young lion, hear me roar. Cause I'm from the generation trod before. Bob Marley had the lion's roar. And when I heard it, I knew for sure. Reggae music all around the world, like a flag of freedom in the wind unfurled. Through trials and tribulations and every kind of situation, I receive my education and I get my inspiration from Jah Rastafari, ever living, ever loving, guiding I and I. I still got my pride.
George Wesley here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Old Lion. And before that, Phyllis Hopkins with 3 Days in Paris. George will be joining Phyllis on Tuesday night as part of the original music series here at Breakers, Music on the Menu Live, sponsored by Fidelity Bank. And as she mentioned, they had actually done some collaborating on her most recent record on the track called Millions, which we had also performed earlier. Phyllis, we're talking a lot about your music and the people that you've worked with and what's inspired you and places you've traveled. Even, you know, generally speaking, when you write a song, is there something that inspires you the most? Are you inspired by things that happen in your own life? Are they things that you see in others' lives? Are you an introspective writer, an observational writer?
You know, it really depends. I don't really have a formula. It just kind of, sometimes the lyrics come, or sometimes I might find a chord that I just like, you know, like a guitar chord, and, you know, just like the way it sounds, and then I want to put lyrics around it. That's happened. I have people are a big influence on me, excuse me, you know, and what goes on around me, definitely. I feel that very deeply.
Most of the people that I've asked that question to over the years, it's usually a little bit of both. You know, sometimes you have something going on in your own life, and that could be a song, and sometimes it could be something you see going on in the life of a friend or on the news, and that
Correct.
That could be a song. You know, so but you tend to write them in a blues. You know, so sometimes you write the music first.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'll, you know, come up with. But lately, I've been into instrumentals. I don't know why. You know, guitar. You know.
Do you ever think you'd do an album like that?
Maybe. You never know. Never know.
Now, this next guy that we're going to play is also a friend of yours. We were playing mostly songs from your new album throughout the show, but we wanted to throw in a George Wesley tune because obviously your friendship with him and your collaborations with him and the fact that he's going to be joining, but also Clarence Spade, he's a good friend.
Yes, very good.
And you've jammed with him?
lots of times.
Yeah.
Plenty of times.
He's something else, isn't he?
Yes. He's one of my favorite guitarists.
It's funny because I'm not like the biggest New York guy in the world. It's my favorite city, but I'm not there nearly as much as I'd like to be. But there's this little club down in Greenwich Village called the Terra Blues. And I discovered it probably 25 years ago. It's my favorite bar in New York.
Yeah.
And it's Clarence's
I
like the
played
guy
there with him.
Yeah, I mean,
I played there with him twice.
Yeah.
He brought me in, so that was nice.
The last time I was there, I was literally walking up the steps to the club, and I said
Yeah.
to my friend, every time I'm here, I usually see Clarence Spady, and as soon as I walk in the door, he was standing there.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what a great town. Let's play one from Clarence. This one's called King of Hearts.
I got the moon on my side. I got the heavens up above. Everything comes in time. Tonight's the night for love. I think love is in the air. If not, some roses will do. My aim is to ease your mind. If that fails, here's a poem for you. Cupid aimed his bow and pierced me with his dart. Changed a stone to soul and made me the king of hearts. All the pain you had in the past, all the tears you ever cried, your heart is here at last. All your tears I kiss goodbye. Our love will age like wine, keep a smile on your face. Don't worry about the time, babe. Just gets better day by day. Cupid aimed his bow and pierced me with his dart. Changed a stone to soul and made me the king of hearts. I'm the king of hearts. Me with his dart.
Chillin' here on Music on the Menu on the River by Phyllis Hopkins. Phyllis, thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the whole hour. Here
Great
tonight.
time.
We appreciate it. And we're really looking forward to having you on Tuesday night at Breakers. Bring your friends. Come on down, everybody. No cover. Live on the radio, 7 to 8 o'clock. Also live, of course, on the webcast on 105theriver.net. We do it every month, the first Tuesday of the month. We haven't had some good blues in a while. So
That's right.
Bring it down.
Yeah.
Let's
I will.
Let's get
Definitely.
let's get
I'm
some
looking forward
30
to it.
martinis down there and get this thing rolling. It'll be a lot of fun.
Sounds
All right,
great.
Lobo, you're going to be talking by then, I hope. Get on stage with me on Tuesday.
Hopefully.
All right, let's leave everybody with another one from Phyllis. This one's called Celebrate. We'll see you Tuesday night at Breakers.
You could love to do what you want, be what you love, say what you want. No more push, no more shove. Say what a life it ain't so tough. I wanna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate my love for you. I will stand on the side of the road where people come and people go. Never interrupt my natural flow. Stand back now, watch that glow. Wanna celebrate, celebrate. Celebrate my love for you. I just wanna celebrate. Celebrate my love for you. Maybe I'm sane, maybe I'm not. I won't conform to monopolized plot. No longer struggle to make ends meet. Now that I stand on my own 2 feet, I wanna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate my love for you. I will play the hand that I'm dealt, and if I fail, well, at least I failed. No more lying to myself, only freedom to thyself. I wanna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate my love for you. I just wanna celebrate, celebrate my love for you. You could love to do what you want, be what you love, say what you want. No more push, no more shove. Say what a life it ain't so tough.